listen, Martinelli is always someone I speak to with Arsenal fans. When he first came on the scene, I thought he was such a prospect, and I just feel like he was kind of coached out of all of his tenacity. Today, we saw the tenacity that Martinelli still possesses.
Yeah, it looks like that frustration of not starting. Again, it was a weird one for me with Trossard starting in there, but Martinelli, come on, show what you could do. We've got so many. I know the phone lines will be going crazy, but Arsenal keep doing it, don't they? They keep setting up to just not lose, to just contain, and then hope later on that the team can come on with Saka. And I know Man City weren't great. They set up just towards the end there, just to contain and get it over the line. I think that's because of the amount of injuries that City have got. But Arsenal, they've got an attacking dearth now that is frightening. And
Scary.
for some reason, they just keep going back to the same tried and tested. How was the striker for Arsenal? Was any good?
You'll make your careers.
That's good. Apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
It's not like you've ever played against him.
Never. I don't know what I'm talking about.
03717 223344. That's the question that we're asking Arsenal fans. Was that a good point for you guys at the end of the day? Looking at last year, absolutely battered Manchester City at home. And of course, these games here, these are going to be title-deciding games. And we're looking at a Liverpool team who aren't particularly playing that well at times. It's still not clicked for them, in my opinion, and they still get results.
Yeah, but they just keep getting the job done, don't they? 5-0 at the moment. Again, we could all look at it and say, right, Liverpool, they're getting their players up to speed. Isak's not had a pre-season. McAllister got injured, and they just keep getting the job done. You spoke about it in the green room. Just Chiesa will come up with a winner and get it sorted. Again, I don't want to hear any excuses this year from Arsenal fans. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear,
But Saka's coming back from injury.
But that's why you've got Madueke, who, by the way, was the best player on the pitch in the first half, and they bought him off at half-time.
Yeah, there's some strange going-ons there. Listen, Arsenal sits second in the Premier League tonight, 5 points off of Liverpool. Tottenham in third on the same points, goal difference, but, No, but seriously, Arsenal fans, I want to hear from you, 03717 223344, but it makes sense to go straight to Stephen, who was at the game. He's an Arsenal fan. Good evening, Stephen.
Good evening, mate.
Good evening, mate. I don't remember I phoned up after the Liverpool game. Equally frustrated.
Yes.
I thought I absolutely choked on that occasion. I was asking people around me, is Jose injured? What's the problem? He's done it again at home this time. He's absolutely got out of jail today. I mean, I can't believe it. We've just given, not even tried to win the game again. It's just unbelievable. We've got no pattern of play. I don't know what he's trying to do. We are the world champions of passing it backwards and sideways. I mean, I don't know what's happening, mate.
Yeah, just on that, Stephen, and see, I think this pattern of play, they do have a lot of that, but it is very much one of two ways they're going to win. It's either from set pieces or Saka's going to do something from the wide areas. When you looked at that team sheet, because I had a few Arsenal friends phone me, and they were very agitated. What was your initial thought, especially with that midfield?
Well, we were terrified of Man City. We played, again, three central midfielders. He loves Mourinho, doesn't he? I mean, he's a decent player, but I'm just not seeing it. I just don't know what he's trying to do. You can't. I mean, at Liverpool away, you do it once, I forgive you. You do it exactly the same thing again at home against Man City in a must-win game. It's unforgivable, mate. It's unforgivable.
Yeah, Steve, I said it to Madge when we was in the green room. If someone keeps showing you who they are, believe them. Believe them, because he keeps doing the same thing.
Because you can talk a good game, can't you? But when it comes down to it, when it's absolute crunch, that's when people show what they are and who they are.
Well, it's that simple, Stephen, isn't it, really? If you're going to go and win a league, you've got to take points off of those who are in contention with you. And for Arsenal, that is Liverpool, Manchester City and Chelsea. They're, in my opinion, the league contenders, right? Yeah. And as you said, Troy, rightly so, Arteta sets up to not lose. If he doesn't lose, it's been successful. Now, for them to step up, and I thought they've had a great window. They've brought some unbelievable players in. To not start Eze at home in a game like that, when the guy has chosen his boyhood club over the rivals, there's so much around him. He must be full of confidence right now.
What does that do to the team now? What does that do to the players? These are the questions that I think now we're going to see, because I think Arteta's done a great job taking us from where he found them to where they are. He's done a great job. Let's not get confused about that. But this is the part now where we have to see how good he is as a man manager. Because what he's had before was he got rid of Ozil, he got rid of Aubameyang. He had all the power because everyone around was like, oh, God, he calls the shots. Now you've got, in my opinion, Eze Saka, Madueke, all expected to play. So does Odegaard expect to play. So does Martinelli. And all these players now, when they're not playing, especially in the big games, start to go, hold on, what about me? Even Wanyeri.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you told him at the start of the last year, sign a new deal because you're going to play more.
And it almost feels like a bit of a move. If I'm him, I'm looking at the way they dealt with the Eze thing, that was always going to happen.
Yeah.
And you got me to sign a new deal.
Yeah.
And now...
But he doesn't play in the big games.
Yeah.
He doesn't play in the big games. So, again, I know he came on for a little bit tonight and we're going, he played a little bit, but it's just getting to this thing where I always believe, and again, people think I got a problem with Gyökeres. I promise you, I couldn't care less. But he will turn back to, as long as this game, as long as it's in the game, he'll go back to Havertz. Havertz will be the starter for the majority of these big games because he goes back to tried and tested. And I said it to you, and Arsenal fans, you're not going to like this. He just reminds me of Gareth Southgate. He reminds me of Gareth Southgate. He's going to go to his tried and tested. He's going to be pragmatic. He's going to do the basics right. But he's got an unbelievable squad there, and he's always just going to be scared unless he's forced to pull the trigger and go, right then, you creative guys, go and win us a game.
03717 22 Arsenal fans, we want to hear from you. Lots of celebration at the end of the game, but you've only taken 1 point against Manchester City and Liverpool in the last 2 games, not the record of champions, according to my producer Ross, by the way, not me saying that. So get your calls coming into us, 03717 22 we want to hear from you next on The Final Word on talkSPORT.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.